Hello, welcome all to the online class. Today's topic is research methodology. This is the first module. We'll start with the introduction to research methodology. So what do you mean by research? So research is originated from the old French word recherche, which means search and search again. It is a systematic, scientific and careful inquiry on examination to discover new information about something or to establish new relationship between things or to expand or to verify existing knowledge for a specified purpose. It is a planned investigation carried out in an organized and a systematic way. It produces information data which we can use to analyze, understand things which we don't know. Research consists of asking questions that nobody has asked before, doing the necessary work to find the answers, communicating the knowledge you have acquired to large audience. So, what do you mean by research? Research is a careful consideration or study regarding a particular problem using scientific method. We have got various scientific method to conduct research and to find out solution for a problem. Then, research is a systematic inquiry to describe, explain, predict, and control the observed phenomenon. Research involves two methods, inductive method and deductive method. Inductive means it's more qualitative in nature, used to analyze an observed event, and deductive means quantitative research used to verify the observed event. First one is we are analyzing the observed event. Next one is we actually analyzing and verifying the observed event and making a generalization with that observed event. That is more deductive, means generalization for that. Then definition for research is essentially an investigation, a recording and analysis of evidence for the purpose of gaining knowledge. This definition is given by Robert Ross. Next is characteristics of research. Research is the discovery of new knowledge. It is an investigation. It is a solution to a problem. It helps in generalization of theories or principles and also in predicting the future occurrence. Generalization means, for example, in your class one student is most studious and I'm generalizing that student with whole class. I'm saying that BBA class is all with studious student, means I'm generalizing that one child with the whole 45 students or 55 students. That is the term, that is generalization. Next is, it is based on observation and experimental evidence. We cannot do a vague research. We have to provide proper evidence and observation and experimental analysis to conduct a research and give a conclusion to that problem. It should be backed up with various evidence and experimental analysis. Then it involves collection of new data from primary sources and secondary sources. What do you mean by data? Data is raw facts and figures collected from primary sources and secondary sources. Data is then converted into meaningful sentences, then it becomes an information. So, data can be, that raw facts and figures can be collected from primary and secondary sources. Primary means first-hand collection. For example, I'm conducting a questionnaire interview method and a personal interview method. I'm myself going and collecting a fresh data, means it is a primary data. Next is secondary sources. Secondary sources means already someone has collected that data and I'm just using that data to support my research. Means I'm taking the data from newspaper, magazines, recorded journals, then annual reports. Already someone has collected and recorded, and I am just duplicating that data for my study and my work. Then it is known as secondary data. So primary data means first hand collection of data. Secondary data means second hand collection of data. Then next characteristics is expertise are required to conduct a research. In order to conduct a research, some basic skill for doing and conducting research is needed. Some expertise should be needed so that we have to so that we can conduct a research and find a solution to a particular problem. So expertise and skill for conducting a research is needed. As we are analyzing a data and searching for the unknown, we should have a research skill. Next one, in research, researcher try to find out answer for the unsolved question. All those unsolved question, researcher take that unsolved question and try to find the answer and give possible evidence and solution to that unsolved questions. It is carefully recorded and reported. The collected data and its information should be carefully reported and recorded in a particular format so that it can be used for future reference. Next is patience is required to conduct a research. As research need expertise and it is a time-consuming process, we require patience. Patience is an essential component in conducting a research as it is a time-consuming process. So these are the characteristics of research. Next we'll move on to objectives of research. Objective of research. The purpose of research is to discover answer to the question through the application of scientific procedures. The main aim of research is to find out truth which is hidden and which has not been discovered yet, though each research study has its own specific purpose. Every researcher has its research purpose, main aim for conducting a research. Means every discipline like academicians are there, scientists are there, then government peoples are there, finance ministers are there, then business peoples are there. Their conducting of research requires a certain aim, certain objective. They have different aims. According to their requirement, they conduct research. For example, a business person is conducting a research for its new innovative product, or he is conducting a research and development for marketing and the market area where he want to sell his new product. So these are the type of research objectives we have for different disciplines or subject peoples. Then first common objective is to gain familiarity with the phenomena or to achieve new insight into it. To gain familiarity or to achieve new knowledge means it is moreover an exploratory or formulative research study. This research is known as exploratory. We are exploring a new thing which is not already found out. We are exploring that, and it is also a formulative research. Next one is to portray accurately the characteristics of a particular individual, situation or a group. Means if we are accurately characterizing a particular individual or a situation or a group of people, then this research study is known as descriptive research. Then next category is to determine the frequency in which something occurs or with which it is associated with something else. Means it is known as diagnostic research. Means we are diagnosing the situations, cause, symptoms and cause for that particular problem. For example, today recent issue we are facing with, that is COVID. All the scientists are behind that symptoms, diagnostic. They are diagnosing the people who are infected with COVID, and they are trying to find out the vaccine, proper vaccine for that. So this comes under, this is a trial and error method, and this comes more in a diagnostic research, and hopefully you will find vaccine one day, proper vaccine one day. Next is to test a hypothesis of a causal relationship. Hypothesis means it's a tentative statement, it's an assumption statement which are given on a variables. If we have two variables in our research means, for example, I'm taking a statement as those people who smokes tend to have cancer. Means that is a statement, we can prove it right and prove it wrong. That is a hypothesis statement I'm giving, that smoking leads to cancer. Means there are people who have cancer without smoking, and those people who have cancer with smoking. These are the two statements and I am trying to find out the cause and effect relationship in my research. This is hypothesis testing research. This research method is known as hypothesis testing research. So hypothesis is the tentative assumption statement. Next is importance of research. First one, it helps in solving societal problem, means it helps to solve the problems of society and suggest remedial measures. Next one, it is useful to different sections of society. We have different sections include our students, politicians, academicians, government, etc. Different sections of society do require research to find out new knowledge and new information relating to their area. Next one is it is helpful to industrial concern, means to conduct business and such as marketing research, operation research, motivation research, etc. are needed needed for the survival of the business concern and to effectively compete with their competitors. Next one is it acts as a basis for government policies. Research is conducted before introducing a policies of the government. For example, economic survey is conducted before preparing the annual budget. That is an example of government using the research. So in every field, every area, every sections of the society, research is required, and research is effective tool for introducing something new into their area. So these are the importance of research. Thank you.